as some in the Illuminati ranks are being arrested or ousted from influential positions, and others are abandoning ship, the hardliners are digging in their heels where they still have some leverage. Most noticeable is what their international drug trade funds, CIA and Mossad Black Ops activities, which include downing the Russian plane, and ISIS, the source of the recent massacre in Paris. Because the public at large isn't aware that the Illuminati even exist, there is no understanding that they act independently of their country's governments in planning and carrying out acts of violence. Thus finger-pointing is at the United States, home of the CIA, or Israel, which is thought of as the Zionist homeland. The truth is, a rogue faction of the CIA follows Illuminati orders, and the Zionist movement is the Illuminati's militant and spy operation that never has served the best interests of Israelis or Jewish people anywhere else. Eventually those distinctions will become widely known, and indeed that is important. However, it cannot ease the sorrow of losing loved ones or other life-changing traumas in any of the tragedies perpetrated by the Illuminati. The assault on Paris served their aim by causing death, grief, and, initially, chaos and fear, but the act was born of growing desperation about fast-waning control and decreasing numbers of minions, and desperate individuals act without thinking rationally about the consequences. They intended to put and keep the world in the grip of fear. They feed on the energy of fear. Instead, they united the world in the high vibrations of compassion and resolve to stand strong against terrorism. Military might has been galvanized, police are pursuing instigators and suspects, and the search for potential terrorists extends across national borders, but finding and fighting terrorist groups wherever they are will not stop them. Only eradicating terrorism's roots can do that. The hatred that underlies terrorism, and has led to millions in refugee populations, is rooted in one or more circumstances that can be linked to Illuminati activities or teachings: self-serving foreign interference, betrayal, economic exploitation, bigotry. Each generation instills in the next that all who generate such circumstances must be eliminated, and none realizes that all of them are merely puppets in a diabolical play scripted by manipulative individuals who are fast losing ground. As vibratory rates keep rising, minds and hearts on both sides of this heart-wrenching divide in your society will be opening, so that empathy, mutual respect, and kindness can replace hatred, prejudices, vengeance, and fear of differences. Momentum in Earth's energy field of potential has been moving ever more forcibly toward the end times of dark controllers as their opposition has grown increasingly formidable and widespread. Along with intensifying light on the planet, the expanding strength of parties collaborating to uproot all of the Illuminati's malicious tentacles assures that their worldwide network is on its way to permanent dismantlement. Then the society can proceed full tilt to continue what amounts to a global salvage operation after a massive storm swirled around the world. The first steps were taken when some of Earth's Golden Age planners met with some of your wisest individuals to determine the best ways to hold the Illuminati accountable for their crimes against humanity, recover their vast fortunes that were illegally and immorally amassed, and fairly distribute those monies, as well as release technologies they have long suppressed, end polluting, and remedy environmental damage, and disclose and halt the various forms of mind control. Along with those efforts underway, truths will come forth about the presence and assistance of other civilizations, the laws that govern life in this universe, and the interconnected consciousness of everything in existence. Energy streamers in those areas and all others where change and enlightenment are needed are gathering power to propel Earth to her destiny, restoration to her original health and beauty, and her humankind living peacefully, cooperatively, and in harmony with all of nature. Beloved family, we understand your impatience for that destiny to reach fruition. You don't remember that by comparison with other civilizations, the passage of Earth's peoples out of millennia of dark captivity into the light of freedom is occurring almost in the blink of an eye. How we wish you could see your world from our vantage point. Not only would you marvel at the speed and scope of accomplishments, but you would see how greatly your light is contributing to the progress and upliftment of your society. Now we shall continue answering your insightful questions about the soul. When souls were breathed, birthed, created by the Creator, did it all happen at once, or has it taken place spasmodically over time and is, perhaps, still happening? The ingredient of every soul, which is pure love light energy, came into being with Creator's first expression of itself in what you call the Big Bang. The birth of independent, inviolate, eternal soul selves, which began after that momentous occasion when their ingredient was created, has been happening ever since then in your concept of linear time and, as far as we know, will continue until every soul in the cosmos remembers and returns to its beginnings in Creator. Am I right in thinking that the Creator births us in groups of about 60 souls, about 30 of which become our family soul group? We mostly move through our chosen incarnations playing out different agreed roles within those groups, but sharing contracts, occasionally, with souls from other soul groups as the need arises. There is no rigidity about the numbers of souls within any group, or cluster, but indeed souls from one group may share contracts with those in another as the need arises. However, during this era, when the entire universe is in acceleration mode and countless souls are taking advantage of the unique opportunity to choose concentrated karmic lessons so they can complete them in one lifetime rather than several or even many lifetimes in a third density world, another form of cooperation is much more prevalent. In addition to experiencing their own chosen lessons, many souls are assisting others with theirs. Heretofore this was usually within the cumulative soul group, which can number in the thousands, but now strong souls are sharing the karmic burdens of weaker souls in any group anywhere in the universe. The purpose of this extraordinary assistance that exemplifies unconditional love is to strengthen weak links within the oneness of all. Does every soul split into a twin soul? It isn't that souls split, and twin souls, or twin flames, are rare. They are the simultaneously co-created first two personages in a root soul's long lineage, and because they are endowed with identical qualities, their feelings for each other are the most intense that any soul can feel for another. Twin souls in a physical civilization are irresistibly attracted to each other, and while the sexual aspect is strong, it is their profound feeling of needing to be together that overwhelms all other considerations. Often this highly emotional attachment leads to serious disagreements, and the souls part ways. In a spirit world, the twins are equally attracted to each other but without physicality's smothering love, and however far apart the two may be in the universe, their bond enables joyous telepathic communication and sublime feelings about a shared beginning and pure love. It sounds as if soul contract flexibility means that even if people don't follow their contracts, they still evolve. How is this fair to people who do live according to their contracts? Flexibility doesn't pertain to conscious decisions that are contrary to contract provisions, but to the ways whereby provisions may be experienced. Say for example, that the choice is to leave this lifetime suddenly at age 25 in a vehicle crash. Shortly before reaching that age, the person is skiing and gets buried deeply in snow when an avalanche roars down the mountain, or, a few weeks after celebrating the 25th birthday, the person is hiking in the woods and fatally hit by a hunter's stray bullet. Either of those possibilities would serve the same purpose as the contract choice. That is a dramatic example, to be sure, but flexibility applies to any provision, perhaps a job, residence location, financial investment, or special event, that offers the same karmic lessons and the same growth potential to all souls in the pre-birth agreement. Matthew said, a person's etheric body and lifetime memories enter nirvana. What happens to people with dementia who lost their memory? Dementia creates layers of forgetfulness around a person's memory bank, the repository of all memories throughout the lifetime. After personalized healing in nirvana, where the layers are gently removed, all memory is restored, including the stages of losing it. When a soul in the tiny orb part of nirvana accepts the light, is that what Christians call redemption? No, at least not knowledgeably. Christian teachings about redemption are akin to a person gaining God's forgiveness by repenting for having lived wickedly according to religious concepts of sin and judgment day. A soul that absorbs enough light to embody and start evolution anew is in accordance with universal laws that people steeped in religious dogma most likely don't know exist. I know a child who fits what I've heard about souls born bad. Why would a soul choose this? There is no such thing as a soul born bad. The composition of every soul is pure love light energy. We don't know about that child's circumstances, but we can mention possibilities that could apply to any child who may be thought of as chronically misbehaving. The family's pre-birth agreement may include the child's behavior as opportunities for the parents to learn patience and other parenting skills such as accepting the child's limited capabilities, nurturing his or her abilities and interests, and equitable treatment of siblings. Discomfort due to an undiagnosed physical condition could underlie a child's rebelliousness. So could adverse reactions to chemicals in food, water, or medications, and toxicity in vaccines may have produced symptoms similar to autism. If there is ongoing tension in the home, a child could be responding to the low vibrations emitted in that kind of atmosphere. A discarnate entity that doesn't realize its physical life ended, could have attached itself to a child during a period of severe physical, mental, or emotional stress. If so, an experienced energy worker can help the entity understand its status and help it move on to a spirit world. If there is no pet in the home, let us offer this suggestion: let the child choose a companion animal and discuss at the appropriate age level the child's responsibilities in caring for it. It is immensely heartening that many in your world, including in the medical establishment, are seeing the significant benefits of a close human-animal relationship for people of all ages. This is a significant step in a society's advancement. If souls who are stillborn or die as infants chose that in their contracts, can they remember doing it or anything at all about other lives? In the case of stillborn infants, souls leave the bodies with full knowledge that this is in accordance with the family's pre-birth agreements, which are designed for the experiencing needs of all participants. As babies who die in infancy grow older in nirvana, and they age there much more quickly than your calendar years pass, they remember their choices and purpose, to provide soul growth opportunities to others in the pre-birth agreements. And, like all others in spirit worlds, they become consciously aware of soul-level knowledge to the extent it was remembered or experienced in all other lifetimes. Our message about lost souls evoked the following questions. Is a lost soul still an inseparable part of God? It is as long as it remains in the basest part of a spirit world in this universe. If it is deemed by Creator to be permanently light-resistant, or lost and only Creator can decide that, the soul's energy is reabsorbed into Creator's cosmic essence, where it had its beginnings. Do a lost root soul's progeny know what happened to them? No. The instant their life force is withdrawn, they lose the ability to know anything whatsoever. However, that their energy and the root soul's energy were reabsorbed by Creator is within cosmic consciousness, therefore within the mass consciousness of this universe. And when the progeny re-emerge from Creator's essence and regain their memory fields, knowledge of what happened to them is available. When people in lost root souls' lineage are redeemed, where will they start over? How will they explain to others what happened to them? They won't need to explain anything to anyone. When their lives abruptly ended, family and friends who believe in an afterlife assume that's where those souls are. And so they will be. They will regain conscious awareness and all memories in their civilization's spirit realm. Of course, we shall happily answer other questions you may have about the soul, and we hope that the information in this and prior messages has shown the infinite importance of each and every soul and the inseparability of all in the oneness of all. Dear brothers and sisters, as you continue your earth journey, know that light beings throughout this universe honor your steadfastness in the light and embrace you with unconditional love.